Holy Week devotionals for 2026, something we're doing for the first time, and hope to be around this time each morning through the week. And we'll shoot for 10 o'clock. Tuesdays at 10 have been our one means of communication, grace moments, but it'll go a little differently this week. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, the day we commemorate Jesus riding into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey, as per Zechariah 9:9 in the Old Testament. The dots were connected, and we spoke about that in the morning service. If you haven't seen that, you may watch that on Facebook or YouTube, Portage Grace Church of the Nazarene. And we did a little of each day, but going to expand on that now that we're here on the days. So this is the Monday. And scholars, as they compare the scriptures, Matthew 21, Mark 11, Luke 19, and John 12, put these days in a list for us. And in Luke's Gospel, the 19th chapter, we read, "Then Jesus entered the temple area and began driving out those who were selling. It is written," he said to them, "My house will be called a house of prayer, but you've made it a den of robbers." Verse 47, every day he was teaching at the temple, but the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the leaders among the people were trying to kill him. Yet they could not find any way to do it, because all the people hung on his words. That's Luke 19, 45 to 48. Jesus cleansing the temple. I'm reading from sermon notes from yesterday. The righteous cleansing of the temple, exploiting the weak, calls us to examine the values, the business dealings, all the things that we allow to take over our hearts and our commitments. And I suggested yesterday morning that maybe it's time for a housekeeping of the church building, but more than that, we are the temple of the Holy Spirit. What needs to be cleaned up in our temples? Would we allow Jesus to do that for us and to us? It might be a great way to begin this Holy Week. My daughter sent me a John Wesley quote a few moments ago that's very pertinent, and I want to share it. John Wesley, our spiritual grandfather. "Oh, that God would give me the thing which I long for, that before I go hence and am no more seen, I may see a people wholly devoted to God, crucified to the world, and the world crucified to them. A people truly a people truly given up to God in body, soul, and substance. How cheerfully would I then say, now let thy servant depart in peace." That would be a great Monday of Holy Week prayer for all of us. I want to remind you of the activities of the week. If you didn't pick up a worship folder on your way into church yesterday, those are on our website, yourhomeforhope.org, in PDF form, and you're certainly welcome and encouraged to keep track of what's going on this busy week. The first thing I want to mention is the first impressions handout that have been given for the past 3 Sundays. And just want to encourage us to make good first impressions on our guests that will be with us Sunday to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. I want to encourage those who come to the continental breakfast at 9:15, if you would please park on the west side of the property, the driveway by the garage, park diagonally, and that will save parking spaces, which we hope we'll need to fill the parking lot, to fill the church Sunday morning. If the ground's wet, don't park there. But if it's not wet, please take advantage of that grassy space for parking. If you can help us this week, exterior, interior. We've had a lot of wind the last few weeks, as you know, and there are a lot of sticks that could be picked up and disposed of. And we'd love for you to, yourself, your family, a Sunday school class, a group, take advantage of these times. There's decorating that needs to be done inside Family Life Center for breakfast Sunday morning. We need prayer for the services. We'd love for everybody to make the service Sunday morning and the children's activities a matter of prayer. And then invite somebody. People will come. People are in this mood, the attitude of Easter, and encourage someone to be a part of that. Be with us for preparation for Sunday. Let me remind us of what's going on tomorrow. The 31st is the funeral service for Ray Klinger, who's been a part of Grace Church for almost 70 years. And he passed away last week, and at the age of 94. His funeral will be tomorrow, March 31st, visitation from 11 to 1 at Edmonds and Evans Funeral Home in Portage, 6941 Central Avenue. Then the funeral service itself will begin at 1 in the afternoon. Burial will be at Calvary Cemetery following that. We have 2 nightly choir rehearsals, Tuesday night, tomorrow night, and Thursday night at 6:30, Sanctuary Choir. Wednesday mornings, our Ruth Circle Prayer and Bible Study group for the ladies. Friday night is our Good Friday service at 6:30, and Saturday morning, choir rehearsal for our musical. We want you to participate. We want you to be a part of what God is doing at Grace Church in these days. And we want to invite our friends, family members, co-workers, neighbors, acquaintances. Let's pack God's house this coming Sunday. Let the Lord clean for you. Spring cleaning spiritually. Have a great Monday rather. We'll tell you tomorrow to have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.